Hello. I don't know if we're live yet. I think we are. Let's arrange the microphone and such here. We'll see if anyone shows up in the chat, and if they don't, I'll assume we're not live. But assuming we are live, I'll share the link to the usual places. To Twitter before it gets abandoned. Not completely, but I think people probably already noticed I've been phasing out Twitter slowly. Hello, Christian. Good evening. Diego, welcome. I guess we are live. Thank you all for stopping by. Let me know about volume levels. Should have started up another game here. We'll start up... No. That's not the game I meant to start up. We'll start up Mario 35. I haven't played Pac-Man 99 yet. The first time I boot the game will be on stream, but we can use this as a basis for volume. The Switch menu doesn't really have a good way to test. Surprise! We're playing Mario 35 again. So yeah, if you want to let me know how things sound, that would be appreciated. It's funny how you can still boot it up and it gives you daily challenges, but you can't play the game. Tech Howden, welcome. Gabriel, welcome. Broken Gamer X, hello. All sounds good. Awesome. People are going to be showing up to the stream wondering why I'm playing Mario 35. We'll be getting started in just a second, though, as usual. Hope you're all having wonderful evenings. Alexander, welcome. Hello. Thank you, Broken Gamer X, for the confirmation about it sounding good. I'm surprised. I, for some reason, thought I messed with the volume levels during the last stream, but it appears things are good. Gotta link this here. Look, a ghost. Andrew's time traveling. The challenges are only up till 12 a.m. guys. We gotta hurry. That'd be hilarious if it like still worked for me. But for anyone curious, you tried to play the game. It still brings you to this screen. So you're kind of like, yes, it's still gonna work. And look at that, 989 clears for 1-1. Like one more game and I could have taken that to the max. Things I'll have to regret for all eternity until, you know, Nintendo brings it back a year from now or something. But there you go. That's the error code that you get. Alexander, oh, so you have a new schedule now. I don't plan to make Monday like my usual streaming day. But Wednesday we're playing Mario Kart, tomorrow's going to be some Unveiled, and I just figured that tonight, I just want to try out some Pac-Man 99. Because I haven't played it yet, I thought it'd be fun. This probably won't be like the longest stream, maybe a couple hours. It's not going to be 7 hours like a certain Mario 35 stream that happened recently. But okay, let's post this to Twitter, and then we're good to go. And once I stop posting stuff to Twitter as much, streams will start quicker. I think I plan to phase Twitter out once Unveiled is done. I'm just going to kind of finish with that, and then everyone seems to be much more receptive to my posts on YouTube, which I enjoy posting on YouTube more anyway, so I'm happy to see that. I'll still leave my Twitter page up, mainly as like a place to communicate because the messaging system is good. There's one thing YouTube doesn't have anymore, it's a way to message people. It used to. All those years ago, YouTube did have an actual like internal messaging system that you could send private messages to one another. But just like video responses and all that, over the years it got phased out. Pika Luigi, hello! Can't watch the stream, but wanted to say hi. Well, thank you so much for stopping in and saying hi. Again, I don't plan to make like Monday my usual streaming day or anything like that. But yeah, just thought it'd be fun to take a quick break here. You know, have a short stream and check out some Pac-Man 99. You're watching your stream on your new phone, Alexander. Awesome. I haven't upgraded my phone. I don't know if anyone saw in Unveiled, like part 20, was it? The one where I do, no, it would have been the last part, maybe, where I show my phone at the beginning to prove that you can see all 4 of the zingers in the Ghost Zinger ring. I have a Samsung S6, or Galaxy S6, so it's like 5 years old at this point. It still works great. I don't plan to upgrade or anything until the day that I can no longer use that thing. But anyway, I think that we've probably waited long enough here. I've got everything posted to all the social medias. Let's check out Pac-Man 99 for the first time. Good old Bandai Namco Entertainment. So it's so interesting. Of course, Mario 35 died for this. Oh no, I'm gonna have to make another video about agreeing to terms of service to play a game. I mean, this one is online, so I guess it makes a bit more sense. I mean, Crash 4 has online features too, but like you don't have to use them, so maybe only making you agree to that if you actually play it. But did everybody read all that? If you didn't, you're breaking at least 14 laws right now. And here we go. So yeah, the really interesting thing about Pac-Man 99 is that from what I saw, there's no like end date to it. It's not like Mario 35 where we all knew it was going to end. Pac-Man 99 seems a lot more like Tetris 99 where like it's kind of here to stay, which is a really big jip because I think I'm probably going to like Mario 35 more than Pac-Man 99. Just because I've always been more of a Mario guy than the Pac-Man guy. I mean, I'm sure there's other people who feel differently about that, but like why did the one game I absolutely loved have to be the one that was on a time limit? And I think this game also tries to scam you with DLC as well, which I have no intention of buying, unless I like really start to like this game. Yeah, go to the eShop and empty your parents' credit card. Play data from online battles may be shared with other players. Well, we can't have that. So yeah, I know nothing about this game other than the fact that I saw the trailer, and yeah, it looks a lot like Tetris 99 at this point. And I guess we just play Pac-Man to the best of our ability and hope that we somehow win. This game's not starting as fast as Mario 35 matches used to start though. I wonder how popular this will stay and for how long. Okay, here we go. Again, I don't know anything about any of the controls. We have things on each side. Random, knockout, counter. What does stronger do? Oh, you have to use the D-pad. That's interesting. Okay, well, that was really quickly. Okay, that was just a test run. I'm still figuring out all the controls here. Look at me. 98th! At least I wasn't last. Wow. Okay, well, that was just me trying to figure out the controls. What really surprised me right off the bat was that you can't control with the stick. You have to control with the D-pad, which is a weird decision. Like, what do they have against the control stick? Yeah, so I don't really know anything about how the game works. I mean, obviously I understand how to play Pac-Man, but like the different things, I created a whole chain of ghosts there. Like, I'm not sure exactly what was up with that. You can change to the left stick in the settings. That's so interesting. Why not just always have the stick in the D-pad? So anyone who's watching this stream later will see that I absolutely failed at it. So you want to save the power pellets for a little bit later. It's also really disorienting too. It's like, have all this funky stuff going on the sides of the screen that I'm not normally used to here. So you can do a thing like that, and I feel like, so if I do a thing like that, okay. Alright, that felt pretty satisfying. And now what's with the disco things going on up here? I have no idea what I'm going through right now. Like, is this a good thing that I'm eating these muncher plants? I have no idea what that was all about, but it seemed to have worked. And then you do a thing like this. And you gotta get those cherries for points, and then all the pellets disappeared. Why? There's a lot going on here. I don't necessarily understand. But yeah. All I understand though is that, eating the ghosts in succession is usually pretty good. That's usually how you get some epic combos. But yeah, I'm a little confused what's going on, because all the pellets are gone, right? So at this point, all I'm doing is eating the blue ghosts. And then you get like ghost Pac-Mans that show up sometimes. And of course I can go get the strawberry. Oh, and then when you get the fruit, the pellets come back. And I didn't actually mean to get that power pellet. Like, what's with the ghost Pac-Mans? That's what I don't quite understand. Like, they kind of slow you down. Like, I'm guessing that maybe the ghost Pac-Mans are like the ghost enemies in Mario, right? So, like, they're just there to distract you, I guess. And then getting a power pellet also makes all of the ghost Pac-Mans disappear? Like, okay, I guess. I don't know, this is strange. Oh, okay, final 50. like, I feel like Pac-Man doesn't turn into a battle royale as well as some other games do. Like, this is interesting, but I don't see myself playing this for 60 hours like I did with Mario 35. Like, Pac-Man's a game that no doubt involves a lot of skill, but I kind of just feel like I'm just doing things. Okay, and we got, oh, interesting. And then the ghost ones really slowed me down there, but how do the ghost ones work? Like, they kind of just arbitrarily decided that they were going to come after me at that point. I guess I kind of ran through too many of them. Interesting, interesting. We ranked up to level 2 though. Can we get up to over, 99 star like we were trying to do in Mario 35? And there we go. 31st that time. A little bit better than the last time. And wow, just like that, right after we finished, people are starting to get knocked out real quick. Like, that's interesting. Like, I don't know. This is a weird game. This is really weird. Maybe we'll figure more stuff out as we play more. This is weird. Guy in my work had a heart attack, please, and paramedics came in. It was wild. Well, that's crazy. Hopefully they're okay. Chance 71 12 1. Good evening. Thank you for stopping by. Poison chapstick. Jesus. Yeah, I have no idea what was up with that. And the game is still not over. You got the results there. All right, I guess we'll try that again. Interesting game though. I have to admit that growing up, just Pac-Man never grew on me as much as other games, which is interesting because I tell the story a lot about my parents when I was born already owned an NES with a bunch of games, and one of the games they owned was Pac-Man, the black Tengen cart Pac-Man, the unofficial one. My parents were buying those evil unlicensed games that Nintendo was always warning you about. It was the only unlicensed game they owned. Oh, this is interesting. The map's not starting out with full pellets this time. Oh, and I was using the stick again. I was just subconsciously, my thumb went to the control stick there. And you get the cherries, but obviously I'm not gonna risk that. But yeah, I mean, considering that my parents also owned, Super Mario Bros. 3 and Mega Man 2 and Star Tropics, just for whatever reason, Pac-Man was not the game that I would usually say to myself, all right, whoa! I pressed up there, but my thumb must have accidentally slipped to the left of the D-pad. Whoops! And 77. I mean, Pac-Man's a lot of fun, but when placed beside other games, it was never like the one that I chose to play over them. I like the more, clear the levels and such, but Pac-Man's always been a lot of fun. But then other ones too, like Pac-Man World, they're really cool games. But still, like, again, I just never really got into them as much as I did the Marios or the Crashes or the Spyros. And I'm not really sure why. You hope you get your first Pac-1. Is that what they call it? That's cool. Let's do it. Let's aim for a first place tonight. That would be pretty neat. Again, I don't see Pac-Man 99 likely becoming like an every week series. But I think we're going to have some fun with it here. Okay, so what can we do? Like, look at this. This got to do something good, right? Like, is that my combo right now? Like, that's 20 ghosts in one group of... Like, yeah, like, that must be doing something good for my score, right? Getting so many blue ghosts without letting the timer run out. Oh, and that circle in the middle tells you how much longer the timer's gonna last. That's pretty neat, actually. Okay. I like having a kind of guide for that. Because it's always kind of like, well, how much longer? Especially since I can't really hear the TV all that well. So I don't want to have it too loud. It'd be, echoing into the stream. But having that timer is really neat, actually. So getting the fruit brings back pellets. And then you get the ghost Pac-Mans. What determines if you send the ghost Pac-Man or not, I wonder? And getting a pellet also defeats all the ghost Pac-Mans, which is really nice. So if I go and get this, like, there's no reason to not just get the fruit, right? Maybe there's like a, oh, no. I didn't see the, the orange one coming at me up there. And I just got to 50 barely, almost. Wow, okay. So is there a benefit to getting the fruit, like, after you collect all the pellets? Maybe you get a bonus in that regard? See, the problem with this is that I don't understand what I'm doing to send things to other people. Like, with Mario, it's very obvious. You defeat that Hammer Brother, you're sending the Hammer Brother to the person that you're targeting. But I don't really know what I'm doing in Pac-Man 99. Perhaps we'll learn that as we continue playing. Big Phil, this is a mess. Yeah, so everyone, post your opinions in the chat. Was Mario 35 a worthy sacrifice for Pac-Man 99? And it's funny because last week I didn't bring my microphone back with me to my apartment. I kind of just left it at home, as I knew I'd be going home the next weekend recording more Donkey Kong Country 2 Unveiled, which of course the next part is going up tomorrow morning. I hope you all enjoy it. But then yeah, like just last Wednesday, out of nowhere, suddenly it's like, alright, Pac-Man 99 everybody. It's like, well, I'm not prepared in any way to check this out at this point. I was not expecting Mario 35 to die and have its grave trampled on so quickly. But here we are. Oh, no, what? Why do I... That's the second time it's happened in that same spot, where I swear my thumb goes to the up position, but instead Pac-Man goes to the side? There's something weird about modern Nintendo D-pad, where if you go back to like the classic consoles, Super Nintendo, NES especially, it just feels like they're so much more accurate in the directions that you can press. Because D-pads these days, you can press down on the middle of them. It doesn't feel like there's like that pivot ball in the middle that prevents you from pressing actually like the whole D-pad down. And what happens sometimes is I feel like that is not good. Like again, I went to the left, or the right or the right when I was trying to go up. Maybe I need to get one of those, you know, retro online controllers that you can get through Nintendo Switch Online. Maybe that would be good for playing this. I mean, there's also, I think you can also like plug in any USB controller really and play with it, which might be good. But yeah, there's something about the D-pad on modern Nintendo consoles, like really any modern console, really. Xbox has always been notorious for having awful D-pads. But okay, okay, so the fruit is there. So it's interesting, like, what determines where those ghosts go when you run over them? It seems like they always get added to the same train. I have no idea what I'm doing. I'm being slowed down by... There's a red ghost Pac-Man. Do you think if I touch that, I die? Can I eat a red ghost Pac-Man? Well... No, you can't? I had the pellet power going. So you just cannot touch a red ghost Pac-Man. Well, I guess that's good to know. Up to 26 that time. Let's catch up on the chat a little bit here. Sunflare Glaze, welcome, hello. Just got some dinner for the Pac-Man show. Hope you enjoy. You get a speed bonus if you collect all the pellets. Is the speed bonus that lasts for the duration of the battle or just temporarily? No, you'd rather play $2 a month for Mario 35 than leaving this as a substitute. Yeah, like Nintendo, man. Where did Mario 35 go? It's like, I don't know. I just don't get it. Haven't tried Pac-Man 99 yet, says Poison Chapstick. Though yet to be determined. I do have the clock in the description again if anyone wants to try to get into a same match. But again, with 99 people, and with Pac-Man being so much more like... What's a word for it? Like with Mario 35, it was really exciting to play with other people who you knew. But with Pac-Man 99, it doesn't feel like it'd be the same to be in the same match with other people because you're so like not, you know, connected in the same way, I feel. This is a bit of an eyesore. Too many effects, says Astafu. Yeah, it's a lot going on. It's absolutely a lot. I love techno themes in video games. Super Smash Bros. Melee will always have the best menu just because of how, you know, I love the techno cyber effect it goes for. I don't understand why it seems like modern Smash Brothers games all feel like they're more like Fisher-Price styled with all the colors and different shapes of blocks and things. I don't really get what they're going for sometimes there. Red Pac-Man will always kill you and only eating a fruit will get rid of them. Okay, so you can get rid of them. Nice. you can stack the speed bonus for the whole game. Says Ethan Joy. Well, that's great to know. Thank you. Let's try again. Interesting, though. Very interesting. And again, as mentioned, it's interesting that this game doesn't seem to have like an end date, and they're trying to sell DLC and stuff for it, so it seems like this is much more of a permanent fixture than, you know, Mario 35, which for some reason was just destined to die. Nintendo was just, I don't know, has it out for Mario. I don't really know what they're thinking there. It also definitely seems like there's no plans for any sort of Zelda celebration at this rate, which has been mentioned, like, you know, 35th anniversary is not really the most prominent anniversary. I'm happy that they did something for Mario, and I'd understand if, like, you know, going forward, not all of Nintendo's major series have 35th anniversary celebrations, but it was nice to have Mario 35 while it lasted, I guess, and hopefully everybody picked up Mario 3D All-Stars while they still could. If you know, you wanted, of course. I understand there's not really a reason for everyone to pick it up. So let's try this. Let's try and get all the pellets here before we get the fruit. This should allow us to do that quite nicely, I think. I mean, yeah, it's something you definitely want to do earlier on in the game before things get too messed up. So there, speed up. It's not too noticeable, but apparently we do indeed now have increased speed compared to before. And there's another fruit. Well, maybe I should have gotten all the power pellets. Maybe that would have sped me up again. I didn't think about that. I don't know why I went for the strawberry so soon. Okay, we're learning though, we're learning. This is interesting. And I definitely do actually feel faster right now compared to how I was previously. So I must be doing something right, and then I just got kind of smothered by gray Pac-Man. Interesting. So you really kind of have to, you know, along with everything else going on, make sure you're going into an area that doesn't get you cornered by all of them. I guess they kind of home in on you. Sometimes it feels like they are, sometimes it doesn't feel like they are. You're hoping the next update for online NES, SNES is better. And I mean, that's, you know, it's very subjective, right? Like, everyone's just like, oh my god, we need Earthbound on SNES Online. And I mean, it's like, yeah, I mean, I'm sure a lot of people are really excited for Earthbound. But, you know, just because the next game released isn't Earthbound doesn't mean that the update's bad, but it feels like, you know, people look at it in terms of, does the update have Earthbound? If yes, it's a good update. If no, bad update, hopefully it's out next time. So yeah, I don't agree with the, like, judging of how good something is based on its Earthbound content. Not that Earthbound is bad, but I feel like, you know, don't diss other games just because they're not Earthbound. Okay, so this is going to be a speed bonus. Okay, so I sped up even though I didn't get the power pellet in the top right. That's interesting. Alright, so there we go. So again, like, I don't know what that did. Like, who am I targeting? What are those options on the left? I never really get a good chance to read them. And now I can't read them because the screen's so kind of right over there. What does standard mean? Standard, train, stronger, speed. What does that mean? Anyway, though, we're gonna get another speed up here, which is nice. Okay, so speed at the left. That's cool that it tells us how fast we're going. Does it make more sense to just go for pellets, or does defeating ghosts, and I guess I'm sending them to somebody as I do that? Does that make sense? But yes, I definitely do see the advantage to collecting all of the pellets when I can, because this speed boost is really nice. You can really tell now that we're at speed level 3 that things are a little bit faster. You know, that Ghost Pac-Man really has it out for me. Oh, there's a red Pac-Man, okay. Oh, no, no, oh! I didn't realize that the power pellet was running out. I was hoping to get to that one on the left. I thought I still had time. I see there's a bar at the bottom of the screen though. It had like munching ghost Pac-Man. I'm not sure what that means at this point. Alright, well there we go, 30th place. We're kind of consistently getting into the top third of players now. We're getting better as we learn the ropes here, I think. What other games would people like to see online Battle Royale versions of? I think a Mega Man would be really cool. Like Mega Man 2 at 35. That would be awesome. That would be so cool. Mega Man already had endless modes in Mega Man 9 and 10 as DLC. You could... Like, what's the strategy here? Like, it's interesting that it starts you in a map with no pellets. Like, what's the point of that? But yeah, the Mega Man 9 and 10 already had endless modes that you could download, which, you know, you could turn those into an online Battle Royale type thing pretty easily, I think. That'd be a lot of fun. Yeah, this is interesting. I don't have too many words for this. Like, it's very fascinating. Oh, I knew he was going to turn around there. We got that. Like, did that do anything really? Like, what did that accomplish? Oh, that was... Alright, we got the speed up from that. Nice. And, like, should I keep munching these guys, or is it beneficial to go on to the next round? Well, we've done it now, so... Gotta keep an eye on that ring in the middle. I'm not used to Pac-Man telling you when, you know, the super pellet's gonna run out. Maybe that's like a newer addition to the Pac-Man franchise. Maybe that's the first year. What's with those arrows? Weird. Alright, that's pretty good. Let's get to that pellet. Okay, very nice. And we got lots of red ones coming out. So I feel like once the red ones start showing up, that's when things get pretty tough. Darn it, I'm getting stuck. I meant to... Okay, so the red ones eventually start moving and then corner you. That's good to know. And again, I feel like each time we're learning something a little bit more. Oh, so the 33rd guy, I guess that means they KO'd me. Their red Pac-Man probably got me. Interesting. Alpha Angel here for the Pac-Man 99 stream. Absolutely. Red Pac-Man, kill a touch, be careful. Didn't YouTube have a discussion tab on users' channels? Yeah, YouTube used to have a lot of things. Like, I missed the messaging system. It was just nice. I mean, I communicated a lot with other retro gaming YouTubers back in the day on collaborations and things through that tab. And you can't even go back and read any of those old messages now. Like, they're all just gone. So even if I wanted to go back and, you know, reminisce about the old days of collaborations and people reaching out to me and stuff, like, you can't even do that anymore, which is pretty sad. The left side is buffs for your power pellets. Standard is normal. Stronger is attack sent to the enemy is more powerful. Train adds more attackers to be sent to enemies by eating a train of ghosts. Speed will double your speed after eating a power pellet. Well, that's pretty cool. Standard is normal. Why would you ever want standard then? Standard seems like just puts you at a disadvantage. You hope Zelda gets something good for the anniversary. Well, unfortunately, I was hoping so too. You know, as hypocritical as it is to say that I think a Zelda Twilight Princess plus Wind Waker HD collection for the Switch would have been cool, because I just really feel like playing Wind Waker again. and I don't feel like pulling out the Wii U to do it, and I played it on the GameCube not too long ago, but I'd love to play the HD version again. Especially on the Switch, I think would look really nice. You can also get the Japanese language function on there too, which unfortunately, on the Wii U, I don't think just switching your Wii U to Japanese, which I don't even think you can, because there's something about, oh, it's a North American console, no one's going to want it set to Japanese, so I appreciate the, the Switch being more considerate in that regard. But yeah, I'd love to play Wind Waker HD in Japanese on the Switch, and I was really hoping that they'd release in Wind Waker Twilight Princess Collection for that reason, but it doesn't seem like it's happening now. Because they're not going to release that for it to compete with Skyward Sword HD. Which, who's getting Skyward Sword HD anyway? I'm on the fence about if I want to get it yet. I'll probably end up getting it, maybe. What's people's opinions on Skyward Sword overall? Is it like the great underrated forgotten Zelda game that some people say it is, or did it only kind of not gather that much attention because it was a late Wii release, or was it just overall not up to par with other Zelda games? What do people think in that regard? Personally, I was just so burned out with motion controls at that point. Now, suddenly there was a Zelda game that was like prioritizing motion controls more than anything, and it wasn't something I really wanted at that time. Ugh, keep getting stuck in that corner there. So I think I'm getting KOs. I think that's what those medals on the side mean. It's kind of strange. Oh no, 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 no. That was really dumb. You got red Pac-Man going on there. Not sure how much you can clip those guys without actually getting defeated by them. Ugh. Why are they running away from me? I mean, actually, of course that's why they're running away from me. It's like, I was trying to chase them, I was being dragged down by the other ones, and it's like, oh, that doesn't make any sense. But no, actually, it made perfect sense. And this is fascinating that getting the power pellets doesn't defeat the red ones. So you kind of have to, wait for them to move out of the way. Okay, so that was enough. Oh no! No, you can't go through red ones! You can't. When you get the power pellets, you go into this mode where you're like, I'm invincible, I can eat anything. But you can't. You can't. And that was our first 11th place. Milesluigi in 10th. No, I don't think it's actually Milesluigi. But darn you, Milesluigi, anyway. You'll be getting Skyward Sword, Christian. It's such an underrated game. Yeah, well, it'll be cool. It has the ability now to play it without the motion controls. Assuming that, that's not something that you want to use. So I definitely think that's intriguing. Alpha Angel wasn't huge on Skyward Sword. Motion controls kind of kill it for me. So, I mean, that's it, right? Like, a lot of people were just so burned out with the motion controls by that point. But I think now, years later, with the ability to use a controller, it might be a good chance to play it again. You bought Mario 3D All-Stars Day 1. I'm getting Skyward Sword, just didn't care to use the motion controls. Green Lightning, loved it, but reusing areas from the third time was a bit much. Aloha, by the way, yes, the Green Lightning, welcome. Love the motion controls. Really shows your experience level, how much you've practiced to get better. So it'll be interesting to see how they convert that to controller controls then. But yeah, I'll probably end up picking it up. Sounds like it would be cool to check out. Wow, that was our closest game yet. 11th place. Maybe we can do that again. It's just those red Pac-Man are the worst. Because you're trying to get all the pellets, and then they just kind of get in your way. But from what we heard in the chat, you can make the red Pac-Man disappear by getting a fruit. So we'll remember that next time. Maybe once we get to a certain speed, we'll prioritize just getting fruit and moving on to the next level. Well, uh-oh. Alright, there we go. That wasn't so bad. And see, like, should I go over here and do a thing like this, maybe? before I get the fruit. I like the strategy of like balancing when you get the power pellets. That's of course not something new to Pac-Man 99. That's just, you know, Pac-Man at its core. Like, when do you get the power pellets? When do you save them for? It's always, you know, probably the most exciting part of Pac-Man is puzzling that part of it out. And now of course, you know, that's added to now because getting them also removes all of the Ghost Pac-Man, which is nice. Not the red ones of course though. Oh, but we got red ones now, which means I can't actually go up around that way. I gotta chug over to the right. Whoa, well thank you. Man, what are all their names? Bluey? It's not Bluey. There's like Pinky, Blinky. No, I can't believe it. I mean, I should know all their names. Darn it, Andrew. It's actually been a long time since I've played Pac-Man. Thinking about it, it would probably be on the NES several years ago. Did we play it maybe when I was checking out my 190 games in one multi? Wait, they moved? I knew where they were. I got the power pellet. I forgot that they would start moving again when the power pellet ran out. What rank was that? 12? 16, okay. There we go. Great stream, Ozark fan number 1. I appreciate that. Is it? I don't feel like I'm doing so well, but thank you. You'll be using motion controls, Christian. That's awesome. I'll probably be using controller controls. But I think it's great. You know, everyone can play it the way that they want to. The Green Lightning. So I take it that the Skyward Sword is getting a remaster. You'd be correct about that. I think that was in the last Nintendo Direct, the long-awaited Nintendo Direct. Now who knows how long it will be before the next one, right? Man, who remembers the good old days when Nintendo Directs were like an every 2-month thing? That was Nintendo's thing. Oh, we're not going to have like big E3 presentations anymore. We're going to have little Directs throughout the year. And now it seems like you only get one Direct throughout the year anyway. Oh, I was using the stick again to try and control. Alright, this time let's go for number 1. So look at the combo we have going on right now, like 30 of them. I wonder what having a massive combo even does. And I'm guessing it, you know, just probably increases your score to some degree. Maybe you send more stuff to other people too. And also, I think I have, we're sending stuff to random right now. Oh, I'm gonna lose my combo. Oh well. Am I gonna be able to get to the bottom now and get all those? Let's see, let's focus on that and not focus on eating other guys. I'm getting bogged down by Ghost Pac-Man. Wow. Where am I? I couldn't even see where I was for a second there. Okay, we somehow survived that round, and now we are in this round. Probably got that that power pellet too early there. Oh, we got red pack. This throws me off whenever the red ones start showing up because I feel like it's really easy before that happens. And then suddenly you get this thing that shows up that you just cannot destroy in any way, I guess, unless you get the fruit. But, you know, aside from that, I'm just trying to play the game. And then suddenly you get these red ones that... Oh! Pfft. I was looking at the red Pac-Man in the top right, then I ran into the red ghost. It's a lot to keep your eyes on. I don't know, the way that the red Pac-Man are just outlines, I feel like sometimes my eyes miss them. Because there's so much flashing and flickering and dots and lines that the ghost Pac-Men don't always register in my view. I'm not sure if anyone understands that. The Green Lightning never looks particularly for what's coming out. You like to be surprised. Now, see, I'm like that in the sense that I don't watch trailers. I like knowing what's coming out, but if it's something that's, you know, I know I'm interested in, I know I'm probably going to buy anyway, I'll just stay a million miles away from the trailer. That was a big thing back in the days of Professor Layton, where it felt like trailers would always spoil like half the game, so... The second I knew there was a new Professor Layton game coming out, I was like, alright, I know, I don't want to see anything else about it till it comes out. And now, of course, you know, Professor Layton is one of those MIA series where it's like, it was super prominent back in the day. And now you hardly hear anything about it, which is so sad. So many series I used to love just vanished. Like, I feel like aside from the main streamlined Nintendo stuff now, so many things I used to play back in the day just don't exist anymore. You know, Mega Man, it came back for Mega Man 11, and then where did that go? It just disappeared again. I tried to go up and get that guy. There we go. Alright, very nice. It's interesting that not every level has like a full screen of pellets. I like that it kind of mixes things up like that. But yeah, it is a lot on your eyes because you're trying to look at like these little pellets while at the same time, you know, there's flickering and flashing and all sorts of like sparkle effects. It gets really messy. Trying to get up to that. Okay. Yeah, so I did defeat that. Oh, the power pellet ran out. Okay. Sure. Yeah, it's just so foreign to me that like. All right, there we go. Oh! I didn't get rid of the ghosts. I was in my mind. I was like, "All right, the fruit's like a reset, so I can just get it and then not worry." But no, the ghosts don't reset. 22nd. We're getting up there. We're always in like the top tier now, sort of. We're getting there. We're getting there. Zaid plays 12 Roblox. Hello. Thank you for joining the stream. Was Professor Layton killed? Is that why they don't make any more in the series? So what happened to Professor Layton was, it's a lot like Star Wars. You had the original trilogy, and then you had the prequel trilogy. And I'm not making that up. There was literally 3 Professor Layton games, and then there was a prequel trilogy with 3 Professor Layton games that took place before that. And then after that, they had Lady Layton, which came out, which follows... There's no pellets. Like, that's so weird when that happens. And then you had Lady Layton, which follows his supposed daughter. But, ugh. The problem was it came out as a mobile game. And what that meant was the game was kind of sold in episodes. And it wasn't just like one really nice coherent game like Professor Layton had been throughout all of history to that point. Instead now, you have like these little mini episodes which are just like these little mini mysteries. The game doesn't have an overarching plot. Overall, the characters weren't as good. And again, the plot and story was missing. The puzzle quality was way down. The puzzle director that had been, the series manager since the beginning, who originally had written, books of puzzles and such, and Professor Layton wasn't originally meant to be this massive, this series, that had this overarching story and plot and characters and everything. It was kind of originally almost just a one-off game. The characters and plot that were in that original game were just an excuse to put a whole bunch of puzzles that the creator had made into video game form. But it became so popular that, of course, it spawned a massive, very popular series from there. And I feel like I had a point of where this was all going. But by the time that Lady Layton came around, it's like all of that was forgotten. Instead, it was just like a kind of, cell phone game with all these disconnected cases. The puzzle quality was really poor. And then I didn't play it on the phone. I waited till they ported it to the 3DS, where they put all the kind of cell phone cases together and tried to make a coherent game out of it. But it just was not fun. As someone who had played all the other Professor Layton games to that point, it just felt so soulless. And you beat it, and it's just like it was probably 30 of the most unfun hours I'd had gaming, but I felt like I had to beat it. So if there's ever a game where someone says, you felt like you had to play it, but you didn't have all that much fun, Lady Layton is that game. But then what happened from there is that not only was Lady Layton a game, it was also an anime. And this is where you can kind of understand what went wrong, is that the Lady Layton anime is not really for anyone who was a fan of the Professor Layton series. Oh, no, 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 no. Okay. But rather, it was more aimed towards children, where again, just like how on the cell phone, the cases were released as these little episodic things that you would buy individually, rather than just buying this whole, game as a pack. The episodes themselves were very much like, all right, here's like this cheesy mystery of the week. Can you solve it along with Catriel Layton? And it's just like, this isn't what someone who is a fan of the epic stories of the original Professor Layton game wants. So I suffered through 50 episodes of that, but sprinkled in between each of these episodes, like every 10 episodes generally, there was an episode that focused on where is Professor Layton? Because the whole thing is like, oh yeah, he's missing for some reason. So if you suffer through 50 episodes of the Lady Layton anime, you'll get about 5 episodes that involve Professor Layton himself. And those are somewhat decent episodes. Because it's not just like, alright, what's the cheesy mystery of the week, but they actually like have some, story to them, which is nice. There's some lore in there. So Professor Layton does end up... Oh, I didn't get all the pelts there, I don't think. I'm too busy telling the epic tale of Professor Layton. So there is that side to it, but otherwise, yeah, that's the last we've seen of Professor Layton, is he does eventually end up coming back in the anime. You do figure out where he was. And again, the episodes that deal with where Professor Layton was and what led up to him being missing are by far the best Professor Layton content that's come out in some of the more recent years, with the Lady Layton game not being very good, and overall the anime not being very good, with the exception of those episodes that deal with Professor Layton. But then since then, it's just like, yeah, he hasn't really been seen, and the invincibility ran out. So yeah, and then since then, Professor Layton's back now, but the series just hasn't been heard of since, so no idea what Level 5's doing with it. I think I did hear, though, that Level 5 does not want to any longer make content that is not on mobile. And that's unfortunately a trend that you see in many video game companies. There's just so much money to be made from cash-grabby, DLC-filled mobile games, that making a coherent, epic standalone game without all that extra cash grabbiness to it is just less profitable, which is really, really sad. And I feel like just overall that's, ruined the gaming landscape a lot. But overall, that just means, what will Professor Layton games look like in the future if Level 5 has literally come out saying they don't want to focus on standalone console games anymore, and they want to make all these, cell phone things with microtransactions. Doesn't look so good for Professor Layton. That was only one? I thought I had a bigger combo going than that. The combo's gonna end again, but okay, let's go over there and get a massive combo with those guys. Or not, they're going the complete opposite direction that I am, which I guess is the point. You know, they're supposed to run away for you when you have the power pellet. Alright, let's get them now. Let's go. Let's do this thing. Get over here. There we go. It feels really good to do that, I have to admit. Pretty much like when you got a star in Mario 35, just running through a whole ton of enemies. It's pretty much, I guess, the Pac-Man 99 equivalent of that. Oh, I was hoping to make it up to this pallet up here, but the combo's over. Has anyone ever played Slither.io before? That's a fun game. Pac-Man always reminds me kind of like Snake. Snake was always like a classic game. That was like the OG cell phone game, Snake. Snake and like Memory Match. I remember playing those on my grandfather's cell phone back in the day. Good old flip. No, it wasn't even a flip phone. It was just like one of those brick phones. Those things are classic. So see, the thing about when you have red Pac-Man show up is that sometimes you have to let the invincibility run out. Otherwise, the red Pac-Mans are just going to get stuck in the way. Interesting. Now see, do I risk this? Nope. I had no idea what I was doing up there. There still was a power pellet down at the bottom. I could have gone for that. That was 12th place. We're ranking up. Not sure what that means. Oh, I wasn't even 12th place. Like 15th place still. What have we got in the chat here? So what was the last good Layton game? The Osron Legacy was wonderful. The main six, the original trilogy and the prequel trilogy, all fantastic Professor Layton games. 6 very good games. They remade all of, rather the original trilogy. So the Curious Village, the Diabolical Box, and the Last Time Travel. What was it called in English again? I always call it the Last Time Travel. The Japanese name. Unwound Future. They remade those in HD for the phone. I was really hoping that the Switch would get like an HD Layton collection. Even if they just like, you know, stole the HD phone ports and slapped it on the Switch, I would have been totally happy with that. But they didn't even do that. So I'd be totally up for playing some OG Layton in HD. Unfortunately, unlike Mario 99, isn't it interesting that it was Mario 35, but then everything else is 99? I mean, I get it because it was Mario's 35th anniversary, but could you imagine if it was Mario 99 instead? That would have been pretty crazy. But then it would have felt even less personal when like you got into the same game as your friends. It being 35 was actually like a very good number. But I don't have those chances when I'm hitting multi-coin blocks to read the chat, so I'm pretty much only able to read it between matches. So I apologize if I'm taking a little while to get back to some people's messages. Hopefully everyone's enjoying though. I feel like there's a lot less to commentate on in Pac-Man 99. Mario 35, you have the different, oh, the guys are not being scared again. Like, you have the different levels and there's different, you know, strategies and stuff. I feel like Pac-Man stays pretty much the same match to match. Like, okay, I'm gonna get the power pellet and I'm gonna munch some blue ghosts and then the power pellet runs out. I'm not gonna munch those ghosts and oh man, it's red ghost Pac-Man time. But I feel like other than that, like, there's not too much to commentate on. Maybe like someone who's, you know, dedicated their entire life to studying the art of Pac-Man would notice more intricacies that can be noted. But otherwise, like, look at this train. This is gonna be a cool train of blue guys to get here, I think. That was pretty cool. Has anyone been to any arcades? Probably not recently, but Pac-Man's a game you often see in North American arcades. They usually have like the jumbo-sized one that you can play with multiplayers. Can't wait for the days for like, I mean, even though our North American arcades aren't so great, I still am looking forward to the day when they're opens again. Let's all go to like, you know, Dave & Buster's party after after everything goes back to normal. Okay, look at all the red. Oh, no, I was holding left there. I was absolutely holding left. It's not my fault the game didn't register it. Only 21st again. Hit kind of a roadblock here. Oh, Alexander, I'm really sorry to hear that. Oh, that's terrible. Diego, there's no reason to maintain combos. Interesting. Like, why? I mean, it seems really cool when you're getting like 100 combo, but yeah, like it's really that pointless, huh? And the Layton Trilogy on the phone, the original Layton Trilogy, is $30. That is an epic steal for 3 really fantastic games. If you're a fan of puzzle solvers, if you're not in the mood for working that brain, then it's probably not going to be your favorite series. But yeah, I guess the phone's a good way to play it these days. Of course, I loved playing them on the DS back in the day, and as someone who plays a game on the DS originally, I just cannot ever imagine playing it on the phone. Ace Attorney is another series where like every single original DS Ace Attorney game now is on the phone, even the Investigations ones. Now, that might not be true for North America. Maybe the Investigations ones are like only Japan. I know even Investigations 2 has been ported to the phone now. But as someone who just played those games with the stylus and with the the buttons on the DS back in the day, I could never imagine playing them on my phone. Okay, so what are we doing here? This is going to be kind of scary. Whoa, that was cool. But again, like, there's no reason to get combos, then why am I making these long trains of ghosts then? $50 left. Alright, let's go. Oh, there comes a red Pac-Man, okay. Again, like, just with everything going on, I feel like they slip my my line of sight so frequently. There's just so much flickering in this game. And screen spam. Don't run into them by accident. There is always that fear of, like, not turning the corner. So good. Fruit destroys red Pac-Man, which is very good. I wonder what determines how quickly the fruit shows up. Ugh, no. I was trying to go down and then he went back to the left. Why am I having so many control issues? Man, get me that NES controller. I'm blaming everything on the controller. 11th again. We can see first place from there. Do the games have voice acting? Yes. The Professor Layton games have cutscenes which are completely voice acted. Plus, some of the dialogue is voice acted, mainly like main story segments, not like literally every single character interaction, but they have a decent amount of voice acting for original DS games, I think. You don't think you'd be able to get further than 10th Alpha Angel? Well, so far we've been having quite a bit of trouble getting up there ourselves, but we're gonna keep trying. We're gonna see how high we can go. There was something like Mario 99 long ago called Mario Royale. Being a hack and Nintendo were working on Mario 35, they shut it down pretty quickly. Like, it was actually like a ROM hack or a fan game, because you don't hear much about Nintendo shutting down ROM hacks. You've heard like Square Enix shutting down Chrono Trigger ROM hacks, for example. Nintendo seems to like going after fan games more than anything, or like Pokemon fan games. But I am very surprised that when Mario Maker came out, Super Mario World Central actually came out on the other end alive. I was sure that they would be on the end of the cease and desist stick, so I was pretty surprised about that. I'm very happy for sure, but surprised. No, I was secretly wishing that Super Mario World Central would get taken down when Mario Maker came out. That's what you get for removing my hack for having like one little pixel of cutoff, is what someone out there is probably saying. I love making jokes about how strict Super Mario World Central used to be. It's ridiculous. I like the joke that, considering how strict SMW Central was at one point, literally the original Mario World would not have been accepted as a hack on their site. Which, I mean, it's funny, if you play the original Mario World, you'll see places where a pipe being placed through water creates cutoff in the water. Like, it's so true, and I can never play the original Mario World again without seeing that. I'm just getting a chuckle about how, like, yeah, the internet doesn't approve of that. So yes, I believe it was the Green Lightning who mentioned in the chat, a good strategy would definitely be, once lots of red Pac-Mans show up, to not worry about all of the pellets, but just to get the fruit, so that we can kind of reset the screen, and I agree. So is there any point on getting pellets if you don't get all of them? I think that's an interesting question. Like, is there any benefit to, you know, say leaving 5 pellets over leaving 20 of them, if you're not going to get them all to begin with? It seems like probably not. Let's see, can we do anything about this? Right, let's get that fruit, so that takes care of all the red ones. What are we at, 24? This is kind of scary. Oh, no, I pressed up. That's another situation. I wanted to go up, and he went right. Why is the controls not doing what I want it to do? I didn't realize the Pro Controller D-pad was that bad. I mean, there is the D-pad on the Joy-Con. I wouldn't be able to complain about that one, because it's like literally separate buttons. I wonder if that would be better. I'm gonna go connect that. Uh-oh. Seriously, my right Joy-Con is dead. Of all days for that to happen. So I guess we'll just use the Pro Controller still. Let's see here. Would you consider buying a Switch Pro when it comes out? Possibly. It depends on if there's a reason to. If a few games just run faster and have better graphics, then no. If a game comes out for it, like Mario Odyssey 2, and it's Switch Pro exclusive, I guess I'd cave then and buy it, but I'm not one who's like worried about, you know, slightly better graphics or slightly better load times or things like that. It would have to be because there's a game that's exclusive to it that I want to play. But okay, let's get back to the game then. Those other people cheated and made you lose as Astafu. Absolutely. Maze clears only increase your speed, but most of the time you won't have enough time to get them all before the red jammers start appearing. Like, yeah, the red ones just really stop you from getting all the pellets, so that's why you really need to kind of build up your speed before that starts happening. But am I the only one who hates batteries that die when you're not even using them? Like, back in the day, Like, you know, you put your AA's in your Game Boy and you don't play it for 3 months, it'll still work. You know, like perfectly the next time you go to play it. Of course, leaving batteries and things is not advised. Leave them in there too long and they'll start exploding and stuff, but like, yeah, like that was great. It was, you just knew that the battery would be good when you wanted to play it. But these days, it feels like so many rechargeable batteries, you know, they just die when they're not even being used, and it's absolutely awful. Even like the DS Lite or the Game Boy Advance SP or the 3DS, they all had wonderful batteries that if you didn't play it for a year and then you went back to play it again, the battery would still be there. But you know, you get things like the PSP, the Vita, PS3 controllers, and now Switch controllers and stuff. There's nothing worse than when you don't use something for a little while and you're like, you know what, I'm gonna play some PSP today, and then you go to boot up your PSP, but it's not having none of that because the battery died even though it wasn't being used. It's like the worst feeling. And yeah, the Joy-Cons have that problem too, where if you don't use them for a little while, they'll die. And that was literally what just happened there. I'm using the Pro Controller so much. I'm playing Crash 4 right now, which I always use the Pro Controller with. And yeah, it's they just died even though I wasn't using them, which is really unfortunate. Oh no, go to the right. Ah! Why am I having so many control issues? So why did you buy a new Nintendo 3DS? I didn't buy a new Nintendo 3DS. Are you asking because the box was in my room tour? That would actually be my sister's new Nintendo 3DS, and she bought one because her 3DS XL started getting a crack in the screen. It started as like a hairline crack, and it slowly got bigger and bigger and bigger until she had to buy a new 3DS, and by that point the new 3DS was out. In terms of me, the 3DSs that I use are my blue 3DS XL, which is like the original, not the new one, or my Japanese white original 3DS. That's how I do my 3DS gaming these days. New 3DS XL is interesting. Like I've never played a game that would make use of the second stick. If there's one thing I don't like about the 3DS XL, it's that the cartridge slot is on the bottom of the console. I feel like that would bug the heck out of me. But yeah, I love the original 3DS XL. So I'm quite happy to keep using that for as long as possible. So what are some people's most played Pac-Man games? Are there other people here who are like die-hard Pac-Man fans? Anyone who's like really played the arcade versions, or maybe you played one of the, you know, 3D adventures, anything like that? I'm curious what people's opinions are on Pac-Man. Oh no, okay, they're about to turn back, so I want to get that. Well, red Pac-Man's showing up. Okay, so this is, so I feel like once the red Pac-Man starts showing up, that's when it's time to stop worrying about increasing your speed. That's just, you know, you're gonna have to live with it at that point. That's, that's the speed that you're gonna be for the rest of the match. So now we can do that. That will get rid of the Pac-Man. Like, again, what is getting pellets right now doing? Maybe you need a certain number of pellets to make the fruit appear. That would make some sense. So right now I have my thing set to speed. So from my understanding, that means when I get a power pellet, I'm even faster than normal. That's pretty nice. Oh, Jammer Pac-Man. Ah! Wow. I was trying to get that pellet. I was so close, too. We're ranking up, but we're not getting... I don't think we've been into the top 10 yet. I think we've had like a few 11th places. Oh, we're going to break the top 10 soon, though, I swear. A strong preference for Xbox controller just because you can use the end loops, which at least can be recharged but eventually replaced. PS4 controller doesn't keep its charge. If I plan to use it, I need to charge it. Yeah, like, see, that's the worst. I hate that about modern controllers. The weirdest thing is the Xbox 360 controller, where you have a choice of using the battery pack or... No, like, does it have a rechargeable battery pack? It definitely has the one with the double A's, which again is nice because, you know, you can just get double A's anytime you want to play it. What am I doing? Okay, that was almost a really embarrassing start. Not that, you know, it can get much more embarrassing than the 98th place we had earlier. But we were just learning the ropes at that point. But another thing is, like, my Wavebird wireless controller. That thing can last, like, 100 hours on 2 AA batteries. It's incredible. And again, they don't die if you leave them in the controller. You know, again, it's not advisable to leave the same batteries in something for too long, but my current Wavebird wireless controller, I don't think I've changed it in like a couple of years, and it probably has, you know, at least 100 hours of play on it since I last changed them, which is really nice. I mean, at least 100 hours, definitely more than that in a couple of years. I play so much GameCube. Because GameCube also means Game Boy in my house. There's some people who are really bothered by the Game Boy player and like how it displays Game Boy games, and they don't like using the GameCube controller to play their Game Boy games, but I disagree. I think that it's the Game Boy player is amazing. I love playing my Game Boy games on the TV. I was also trying to replay Billy Hatcher last year. And so I got to this one mission where I was trying to get rank S, and I was just like not having none of that, and I'm like, alright, I'm putting this down for a little while, and then I haven't actually gone back to it since. But Billy Hatcher is another fantastic series. Whatever happened to that? I'm shocked it never got a sequel. I see, I was holding left. Go left, darn you! Go left! How many times did I have to hold left and he didn't go left? Wow. That was awful. Pac-Man on the GameCube, where you had the ghost playing on the TV screen with the linked Game Boy. Pac-Man Versus. That was a very cool concept. I think there were some really cool games that had like Game Boy Advance connectivity. Like, whenever you could actually get the people together to play Four Swords Adventures, where each person gets, like, their own Game Boy Advance, that was so much fun. But there's no way, unless you, like, literally scheduled a time every single week for your friends to come over and, like, you would just sit down and play, like, a couple hours of Zelda, that you would ever, like, beat the entire game with 4 players. I don't know how many times I played the first few stages with friends. And then we'd be like, alright, let's play something else. And that's like, I want to see the rest of the game that I never get to play. But overall, it was a very long game, very involved. But it was just hard to get, you know, 3 friends to consistently be able to play with you that you'd actually get through the whole thing. Of course, back then, it wasn't always, like, a necessity, or rather, not a necessity, a guarantee that your friends would have a Game Boy Advance. Like, you would have to have 4 Game Boy Advances and 4 of the connectivity cables. So if your friend brings their own Game Boy Advance, assuming that they have one, that's fine. But then, like, you have to buy 4 of these cables? I mean, you could also say, like, alright, each friend should buy 1 cable, but, you know, that wasn't always how it worked, right? Whoops. One thing I've noticed though, I think I'm better at Pac-Man 99 than I probably am at Tetris 99. I'm not a terrible Tetris player, but at the same time, I don't have the skills that the pros have. And I feel like there's probably a lot more Tetris pros than there are Pac-Man pros. So I can hold my own a lot better in this game, but I'm not going to be satisfied so we get at least a little closer to the first place. Alright, so we're at that point again where... Oh, no, 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 no! Oh, that red Pac-Man came back to life just before I got to that power pellet. Totally messed up my whole plan. It's hard to focus on the ring in the middle that tells you when the invincibility runs out. And, like, watch where Pac-Man's going at the same time. Especially when you have to worry about crazy, wonky controls. Let's see, what else do we have here? Pac-Man's series of choice is Miss Pac-Man. May have been your imagination, but you always thought the controls were easier to control. I don't disagree with that. So I feel like when I've played Miss Pac-Man in the past, it does at times feel like it's a little bit easier to control. And again, we get into another game so quick, I don't have enough time to read comments. Where's a multi-coin block that I can hit? And I can read some stuff. Now, Mario 35 was definitely more stream-friendly. For, like, every reason imaginable. And as I said, I don't plan to make Pac-Man 99 a recurring stream. And that's not to say we'll never play it again, but like it's not going to be weekly like we had with Mario 35 in the end there. Most people like really want to see more. Like these ones where there's no pellets at all. It's like, what's the point of that? Uh-oh, this is gonna be really bad, isn't it? Oh, I did it just in time. Oh no, oh no. I'm running out of time here. Yeah, very good. So I feel like after there's 50 people left, that's when the red ones probably start showing up, right? So it's really a race to just get as much speed as you can before that happens. But yeah, here comes the red ones. I get one more speed level before that, though. Oh, there's still two left. I was like, I should have max speed now. Or rather, I should have them all, but no. Two here. Alright, this is probably the fastest we've ever been. And I mean, being really fast is a good thing, but it's also like, you know, it means you have to be even more precise when you're turning corners. Alright, good, I got it just in time. No red ones this match. I might go even faster then. Okay. Wow. This is a good match though. This is good. This is good. What did that mean? Oh, I'm under 10. Okay. I have no idea exactly what I'm doing right now. Oh, no, no, no! That red one appeared right where I was going! There was no reason to die from that at all! I need to go back and see that. Okay. 7th place. We're getting closer. We're getting closer. But, like, How much time did I have to react to that? Because I was going so fast. I feel like it kind of appeared, and then I was like already inside it by the time it appeared. No. Like, yeah, like I was just kind of in like autopilot mode, and then it just showed up. Like, it gave you kind of an indication, I guess, before I got to it. Like yeah, red thing goes there, and then it shows up. Wow. Okay. Interesting. Your friend is a pro at Tetris, but he would say otherwise, but his decision-making capabilities are crazy good and fast. He pulled games where the blocks were touching the top of the screen, back down. Yeah, those are the best ones where like your screen is filled with Tetris blocks and you're able to get it back down to the bottom. That's awesome. Tip. Set a train at the start with B as the sleeping ghosts in the middle. Add more to a ghost train so you can combo and send more jammer Pac-Man until the reds appear. Interesting. Gotta have some split-second decision there with that speed. Yeah, like that was... I wasn't expecting a red one to appear right where I was going. So I guess I gotta, pay attention for that. But again, with so much flickering and stuff going on, then having to pay attention to where the Pac-Man appear. It'd be nice if once they showed up, it gave you a second to like, if they were flickering or something for a second so they didn't get you right away. So you could react to them for a little bit, but no. You gotta be split-second decision there. And that was a really good match too. I had potential to go even farther on that one if I hadn't messed up. High speed, you might want to switch out of speed mode. It makes it harder for you to react, sudden red jam response like that. Yeah, well, that's the thing. I never imagined that going too fast would be the problem. But I guess now we know. Yeah, speed mode definitely seems like the best mode to be in. I'm not sure why you would choose one of the other ones. Like, I'm not all that concerned about sending spam to other players. KOs don't really seem to mean all that much. Like in Mario 35, what a KO does is obvious. You get some time, you get some money, it's very nice. But in Pac-Man 35, what does getting a KO even accomplish? Pac-Man 35. Pac-Man 99, rather. $50 already? That seemed like it was really fast. That was a little bit quick to be getting that power pellet, but we'll make it work. Oh, red one's showing up, so I guess that's as fast as we're going to go, unless we still manage to somehow get all of the pellets. Which may or may not happen. But that's good. I mean, it's worked out well for us. Once we realized, there comes a point when you should just stop worrying about increasing your speed. Last time, speed was actually what killed us. So yeah, I'm totally on board with just kind of being okay with being at 3 speed. But let's avoid... That's the same place that the red guy appeared last time when they got me. Go. Whoops. Gotta have some split-second reaction there. That's a yes. High speed, you might want to yes. Did you ever want a DS player as a kid? I want a DS player now. Are you kidding? When the Wii U came out, I looked at that and said, that's it. that's the console that's going to have a device that lets you play DS games on your TV, because it was obviously perfect for it. You know, you have the bottom screen and then you have the top screen. Like, it was, the Wii U was the console that should have had a DS player, and I'm still sad to this very day that there's no way to play DS games on TV. I think that they did release a few Nintendo DS games on the Wii U eShop, but like, come on, I'm not gonna, you know, rebuy them, and then the library is already not very good that they're offering. Like, the fact that there is no way to play your DS games on the big screen officially is absolutely criminal. And I just really, to this day, still feel sad that Nintendo did not release such a device for the Wii U. Would they have released one at some point had the Wii U been more successful? Or was their plan always just to kind of, you know, cash grab on people rebuying Wii U games on, or rather DS games on the Wii U eShop? I'm willing to bank on the later. I bet that, you know, in an age where they can cash grab and get people to rebuy games that they already own, there was probably never any intention to release a device for the Wii U that would allow you to play DS games on your TV. And had the technology existed back in the GameCube days for you to be able to, you know, download games from the internet, they might never have released a Game Boy player either. So that's one of those situations where modern technology probably screwed us in that regard, which I think is really unfortunate, because there's just so many DS games I would love to see on the big screen. But yeah, it's just, I guess it's not happening. And, you know, come on, someday someone has to create a way, you know, a third-party thing for that, right? Like, one thing you could do, I guess, is, you know, buy one of those 3DS capture cards and then, you know, feed that to a TV or something like that. Or, you know, feed that to your computer monitor, and then feed your computer monitor to an HD TV, and then, you know, you could technically play your DS games on the TV, but that's it's a pretty massive workaround just to play some DS games on the big screen. Plus, I've never owned a 3DS capture card, so I'm not sure if that is really a feasible thing that you could do, or you know, if it's more just a theoretical thing. It is not hard to get to 50 in this game. Oh, we got the jammer ones up there. As soon as you hit 50... Oh no! I was just kind of so in the zone, I was not paying attention to that. Opened my big mouth and we got mashed for it. DS players, sign me up, especially if they make recording easier. Like, that's it, right? Like, if Nintendo had released an official way to play DS and 3DS games on TV, the people who make those 3DS capture cards would have lost a lot of money. Alright, we're getting worse rather than getting better here. There's just so much to pay attention to. Alright, come on. We gotta get first at some point. I feel it coming. I just feel like we need to not make silly mistakes, and the controller also needs to work. I know it's a classic gamer trope of, like, when they suck, they blame the controller. But I swear, tonight, the D-pad really is throwing me off my game a little bit. I'm holding right sometimes, and Pac-Man isn't going right. I swear. here comes the red ones. So we're going to put less focus now on collecting all the pellets and more just on getting the fruit. I mean, there's combos here though too, like, I guess that means I'm sending junk Pac-Man to other people, but, you know, again, like, does KOs really mean anything? I mean, of course, knocking people out is good. It helps me get to the, you know, the top of the rankings, but otherwise... Oh! Got bogged down by those ghost ones again. It's amazing how they just leech on you and then you are pulled down. Do you want to play Uno tonight? No Johns. Maybe you should try the Joy-Cons buttons instead. Diego, I tried to do that and my right Joy-Con is dead. Because this from not being used. As unfortunate as that is. Do you want to try Uno? Yeah, we can try Uno. Sure. Like maybe 1 or 2 more games of this? Then we could definitely try that. I have not played Uno since. It was something I was saving for whenever we would play it. We might do like a dedicated Uno stream at some point. But if you just want to like give it a shot tonight and we can see how it works in terms of multiplayer and like, you know, if you can set up a room with friends. That is definitely a possibility. It's interesting that when you get the, like when you add to the train, it's always the same one. So it's kind of neat if you know, like, you know, where the train is already. You can predict where the extra Pac-Man are going to be added to. Okay, stay away from everyone. Just get away from, oh no. Okay, so that's why we needed to do one more after that. 64, we're heading way down. But yes, the plan for Wednesday is to hopefully do some multiplayer Mario Kart 8 Deluxe. Another game. I still haven't played it. I'm saving the first kind of play for that Wednesday. I'm not going to have anything unlocked, but I think in modern Mario Kart games now, it's unlike back in the days where you unlocked stuff by beating cups and getting gold trophies and stuff. Now it seems like you unlock things by collecting coins. So hopefully even by playing the online mode, I can gradually unlock stuff. If I'm collecting coins in the online matches, because that would be pretty cool. Otherwise, I'm going to be playing as like the very stock characters and stock carts in the beginning. So that's my excuse for why I'm terrible, but the real reason is that I actually haven't played Mario Kart 8 in like almost half a decade, which is kind of crazy to think about. I can't believe that, you know, it was 2014 back when Milesluigi and JD Aster and Wayoshi and all of us were playing Mario Kart 8 online, and they were kicking my butt because they're all way better at Mario Kart than me, but I got my laughs when, you know, I was playing Mario 35 and kicking everyone's butt. Not really. People are still kicking my butt in Mario 35, but I think I can hold my own more in Mario 35 than I could in Mario Kart back in the day. But we'll see if that changes. Maybe I'll find some newfound Mario Kart skills or something. That's a massive train we're getting of ghosts up there. That was awesome. Hey, look at that combo, almost up to 50 there. Again, it doesn't seem like there's probably all that much point aside from sending junk, but it's cool to see that combo counter hit 50. And it got reset. These are going a little bit faster now. We're not friends on Switch, Christian? Well, we can definitely change that. Wow. I don't know how you want to go about doing that. Again, you know, there's no messaging system on YouTube, so you can't send me a message with your friend code. I mean, of course, you don't have to dump it in the chat. You know, Twitter, if you have it. And if you don't, I don't blame you either for that. What the heck? Ugh. Wow. Ugh. What am I even doing? What the heck was any of that right there? Oh my goodness. Whoa, okay. Red Pac-Man in the house. Fourth? Really? Or maybe, you know, probably like fifth or something? Sixth. I think that's our best of the night. Wow. Thank you, nice moves. You're still friends with me on the Wii U? Well then, can you add me as a friend from the Wii U onto the Switch? Honestly, I haven't added very many people on the Switch at all. I think I might have like 15 Switch friends. I don't play much Switch Online stuff. Thank you though. Yeah, that was a cool match. And look, the top three are still going. Can we watch? Like, you can't really spectate like you could with Mario 35. Yeah, the top three are still going. You can kind of see there's like the small screens there, but that doesn't really tell you very much. Oh. So what does that black Pac-Man mean? Does that mean I KO'd them even though I was already gone? Because that would be kind of funny. Highest combo of 52. That's pretty darn cool. That's a lot of dots to eat in one game. Friend request we see. I wonder who that could be from. Where do I find this? And there we go. So with that, I think we're gonna take a break from Pac-Man at this point. Let's just see here. So like, let's quit. And again, like this is, you gotta go to purchase. I only pressed A. I didn't say I wanted to go to the shop and actually purchase it. So that's definitely what Pac-Man 99 seems like. They're gonna want you to buy. Like, look at all these DLC packs. Pac-Man 99 Deluxe Pack. I don't want to accidentally like purchase anything. But look at all this DLC. Oh, you can get like different skins and stuff. I don't want to accidentally buy anything. That's kind of cool. I wonder if they're like as obnoxious on the eyes sometimes. Tower of Druaga. That's a hilarious game. It's so cryptic. It's one of those classic games where it's like, there's no way anyone's beating this without a strategy guide. It was Japanese exclusive too. But if you ever have the chance to check it out, it's pretty silly. Pretty cryptic. But if you're into like old retro cryptic games, I cannot recommend that one enough. Yeah, like there's a lot of DLC, but like I have no interest in paying for any of that, so. Okay. Alright, you have been added, Christian. So, let's enter the Uno Zone. And finish the stream off in a little bit of a strange way. Seeing how Uno works, And maybe someday we'll just have a total Uno-based stream, and anyone who owns Uno can join in. I love being able to use the Pro Controller for whatever I want. That was the worst thing about the Wii U, was even though it was like a new console, I always had that fear of like, is this game going to be like Wii Remote exclusive? I was so done with the Wii Remote. We've already kind of talked about that in regards to you know, how a lot of people were done with motion controls by the time that Skyward Sword came out. Well, that was how I felt. When the Wii U came out, I didn't want anything to do with the Wii controller anymore. And yet so many games still felt like it was trying to force it on you. Alright, so here's our first time ever playing Uno. Diego, no Pac-1 today. I tried. I really did. Maybe we'll have to have another Pac-Man 99 stream at one point. I got close. I really did. But I think we're probably going to be wrapping up soon. I knew that this wasn't going to be the longest stream in the beginning. We'll probably play one game of Uno. There's downloadable content for Uno too. How can Uno have downloadable content? Okay, friend invites. Hi. Our night has been very nice so far, thank you. We got to 6th place in Pac-Man 99. Perhaps someday we'll have to come back. Once I get those Joy-Cons charged, well, then there'll be no excuses. So you might see another Pac-Man 99 stream at some point in the future. Check the invites that your friends have sent you. Like, does that just mean like go here? Can I do this? I don't know. Christian, do you have any suggestions for how online multiplayer for Uno works? I've never really played online multiplayer games on the Switch. So it's going to be interesting when we do Mario Kart next week. Oh, I have messages maybe? Oh, this is updates. I don't need to know about updates. How do you update Uno? It's literally been the same game for like 30 years. It's funny when you say hi. And your name is funny like that. Okay, so I don't have any friend invites. So can I invite someone else? Like if I go here, do I have the option to invite a friend? Create a match. There you go. Okay, so obviously we just want it to be normal Uno. You are not showing up on the invite page inside Uno. Well, we're friends now, and I'm online. Uh-oh, we're entering the Uno lobby. Like, okay, so I can invite a friend. If I invite Christian. Have I invited you now? Anything showing up for you, Christian? Oh, there we go. And then we can get some random players to join us. So it's not just like a, 1v1. Is that how this works? I like that there's different rules up there, like stacking, so the +2 stack. 7-0, don't know what that one means. Jump in, I don't know. Force play, I don't know. No bluffing. So like you can't like not say Uno maybe? Draw to match, interesting. Okay. Let's see what happens. Man, this like atmosphere just for Uno. If you notice your opponent is continually drawing cards, do your best to keep the active color from getting changed. Okay, so I guess... Okay. Interesting. I like that it orders your cards. That's pretty much what I do whenever I play the game too. Okay. Alright, Christian, tell us what you're doing. Reveal your hand in the chat immediately, please. Wait a minute! You can see my hand! This isn't fair! I just realized that! This doesn't make any sense! Ugh. Yeah, I realized... I've just come to realize the incredible flaw of playing Uno on stream is that anyone who's in the game would be able to see my cards. That's kind of a massive flaw. How do you draw? Alright. Christian, I'm about to make you pick up 2. Oh, you're running out of time, Christian. Oh, thankfully, it wasn't in my direction. You'd be banned from the chat if you made me pick up 4 cards. I can't do it. Of course, Christian is the reason that we're having Mario Kart. Oh, Christian's yelling Uno there. Mario Kart 8 streams after the massive drop in the chat. Now, Christian. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Wait a minute. Why didn't you pick up 2? I'm confused, Christian. I tried to destroy you and I didn't destroy you at all. Maybe there's rules to Uno that I don't know, but I still got 10 experience points. Alright. Oh, look at it. Christian's an Uno pro. You gotta trust your viewers not to peek. Cool. Oh, and then the game. Okay, this will be the last game. I didn't realize it was automatically going to move on to the next game. After this, I think we'll probably call it a stream, because this wasn't intended to be an Uno stream, but if anyone wants to join in on a future Uno stream, definitely check it out on the Switch. And, you know, we could arrange that. Up to 4 people could play at once. We could form like a mini Uno tournament, where I'm always going to be at a disadvantage, because everyone can see my hand. But if I win, that proves just how much of a pro I am at Uno, I guess. There, that way if Christian does anything dastardly, it's not going to affect me. If there's people watching Uno, they're probably mature. So is that how it works? If someone plays the +2 and you have another +2, you can play it and then it doesn't affect you? I didn't know that rule about Uno. That's actually rather fascinating. So that was how Christian won last time. Interesting. I wonder what color I'm going to pick. Yeah, the Green Lightning. I can definitely see us doing some streams of this. Huh, well, can't play any of those, so I guess I gotta draw. Interesting. Well, that doesn't help me at all right now. Oh, and it's moving back again. 1, gotta draw. But you can play this immediately, right? Absolutely. This is just so laid back compared to the other games we've played on stream. This is just like super laid back like a person. Oh, I was gonna play my yellow 5 on that green 5. Instead, I got blocked. Christian is just too much of an Uno pro. I think I gotta pick up. It didn't help. No way Christian can play that card. No way. No freaking way! Christian confirmed for cheating. Nicely done. And like, are we done? Like, it keeps going, or how many matches are there? Yeah, I think I'm gonna quit now. I guess it must be like the first of 2 wins probably. So Christian kicked all of our butts. What you can expect to see if we ever have another Uno stream. If you have 2 + 2s, it stacks from the other players unless you keep stacking. I never knew that about Uno. Very interesting. So with that, I think we're going to end off this stream, which again, I'm streaming on Wednesday. This was kind of like a bonus stream of the week because I wanted to check out some Pac-Man 99. No first places tonight though. But what that means is we might have to come back at some time in the future again once those Joy-Cons are charged. And now that I know the rules, we'll come in with a fresh mind next time and see what that can do for us. But thank you all. Wait till you set the rules to jump in. Yeah, I didn't realize there was so much complexity to Uno, rules and things I never knew before. This could be a whole weird adventure. And yeah, if anyone else has Uno, we could fit up to 4 players in a game, so that's 3 people other than me. That'd be awesome. We can get some stuff going like that at one time. Feel free to let me know in the comments of this video if you are interested in joining in future Uno streams. But with that, thank you so much everyone for joining tonight. Again, tomorrow at 10 a.m. Eastern, you can expect to see Unveiled Part 22, followed by Wednesday, we should be having a Mario Kart 8 Deluxe stream at about the same time on Wednesday night as we did with this one. And otherwise, I hope you all have wonderful weeks.